today. I'm really happy to see the guys here, but I'm really happy to see so many wonderful women. Because you know why? Women are going to make the difference in this election. I want to tell something to our friends on the other side. We're not just an interest group. We are half of the country, and we are half of the workforce. And in just 13 days, our voices will be heard. This election gives us a very, very clear choice. It's a choice between continuing to move forward or falling way, way backward. Because trust me, we will go backward with Mitt Romney and Paul Ryan. These two guys are pushing policies better suited for the 1950s than for the 21st century. We might like watching Mad Men on TV, but we certainly do not want to live in it. I, for one, was taken aback when Governor Romney talked about how his idea for gender equality in the workplace is letting his staff go home early in time to make dinner. Really? This is Mitt Romney's plan for pay equality when women make 77 cents on every dollar that a man makes? And using binders full of women as an example of supporting women in the workplace? That's Mitt Romney's response to a question about equal pay for equal work? Seriously? Now, we know the real Mitt Romney, Denver. He's the guy who thinks that any employer should be able to deny any type of health care to any woman for any reason, and we're not going to let that happen. He's the guy who's been running for president for 6 years. Oh, and he still hasn't weighed in on fair pay. President Obama weighed in on fair pay. The very first bill he passed was the Lilly Ledbetter Fair Pay Act. Speaking of Obamacare, for the first time ever, insurance companies will no longer be able to charge women more for insurance because being a woman is a pre-existing condition. Because of our president, millions of women are now getting preventative care, like well-woman visits, cervical cancer screening and breast cancer screening, and family planning services at no extra charge. Speaking of family planning, this election matters for reasons bigger than Obamacare and equal pay. It's about well-women checkups for the 3 million patients Planned Parenthood serves every year. It's about protecting a woman's right to choose. Now, you might have heard, we know about this amendment. Mitt Romney supports the Personhood Amendment, which would ban virtually all abortions and make them illegal under any circumstances. And Mitt Romney actively supports an Indiana Senate candidate who just yesterday said, and I quote, "When a pregnancy results from rape, it is what God intended to happen." Folks, I want to tell you, we are one Supreme Court justice away from reversing Roe versus Wade, and Mitt Romney has pledged to appoint the person to do it. We cannot let that happen, Colorado. We have to fight for and vote for President Obama. He's standing up for us. He's standing up to politicians like Romney who want women's health care decisions to be made for women and not by women. That's what President Obama's fighting for, and that's why we need to go out and do everything we can to get him reelected. I think you might have heard this race might come down to Colorado, and it might come down to just a very few votes. As the mayor said, maybe even right here in Denver. Can you pledge to me that every single person here will make some time to knock on some doors and make some phone calls? Can you do that? Can you pledge to me that you'll talk to and your friends, no matter if they're in Colorado or wherever they are. Can you do that? Help me make sure that we'll have a president who will stand up for all of us. But as the mayor said, and you're probably going to hear this again today too, if you haven't voted, you need to vote. That's the most important thing. I have my I voted sticker. I voted early on the first day. If you're voting in person, don't put it off. Vote early. After President Obama's done firing us, get on those vans that the mayor talked about. We promise they'll bring you back. And if you're voting by mail, drop it off or send it in. There's a box right over there at the Museum of Nature and Science. It's never been easier to make your voices heard. Whatever you're doing, make sure you vote. And then, after you vote, each of you needs to get 10 people, to get 10 people, to get 10 more people to go vote. Can you do that? Because if you do, I guarantee you will deliver Colorado for the president, and you will move our country forward. Let's go! Let's make it happen. Thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, please